Yeah. Kosciuszko. Yeah, Oprah Winfrey was born there. She still has family there.
Growing up in Mississippi, was it more so what you saw on TV as opposed to what you saw in your environment?
Well, when I was coming up, when I was much younger down in the country, back in the old days when there was only 3 TV stations, that's before y'all were born. Actually, Max Robinson was on the news at the time. He was the first black man on the national news anywhere. Wow. Seeing Herb Cross, James Brown, Jane Kennedy, Max Robinson, seeing all of these black people on TV was inspirational to me. Yeah. And the stories that Oprah told about when she was trying to come up. Yeah. Oh my God, they treated her like garbage. Yeah. They told her she was too black, too fat. She didn't have the look. She wasn't light skinned enough. Yeah. She overcame all that. Yeah. Got her own talk show, and then the rest is history.
Wisdom Martin here with my guys.
Beach Bars and Bourbon,
the podcast for that ass.
Piggyback on that, man.
Yes.
Your name alone.
Okay.
It's kind of, it makes me wonder, like what age, because you're very charismatic. You know, today's church sermon was, I do it.
Right.
Or is it, this is what I do?
Right.
You give off, this is what I do. Those are two different people, if y'all understand.
Right.
I do it, or this is what I do.
Right.
And you give off, this is what I do.
Right.
When did you know, like, I'm just this charismatic? This is my pathway. I know this is where I'm going.
Well, the thing is, when I was a child, this goes back to my childhood as well. I always loved to run my mouth. My father would say, this dude does not, he can't do math, but dang, he can talk. He will not stop talking. And my mother was like, that's actually a good thing. So I was just talking, and I loved the attention. Before I got my braces, I couldn't get any girls. Then I got my braces, and then I just took off. It was a wrap once I got those braces, and the braces came off. I'll never forget. This one young lady said to me, I don't remember what grade I was in, but when she said to me, she told my brother, she said, you know, your brother would be really cute if he had straight teeth. But she was right, because I was going to get braces anyway. My mother got me those braces, and then it just went to, and it was a game changer, because then not only, it wasn't just for the girls, but it was for confidence as well, because once I got my, the teeth and everything, the girls were like, oh, your eyes are so pretty. Same eyes I had before I had the braces. Now you see the eyes. Okay, I got it. But then they gave me more confidence. And just like with most situations, anytime you have like a high level of confidence, it's a plus. It's a bonus. Yeah. You had the braces and the buckets and the green eyes. Oh, it was showtime. It was showtime.
I'll be sure.
That's right. And the fact that in this small town, when you grow up in a small town, everybody knows everybody. Yeah. So everybody knew my dad, Wisdom Martin, Coach Martin. Everybody knew him. So
he coached too?
He was coach. He didn't coach me, but he coached at another school. Okay. So he coached football and basketball. He coached girls basketball. He coached football for a little while, but girls basketball was his thing, and he was really good at it. So everybody knew Coach Martin. So even when I was young, they were like, oh, that's Coach Martin's son. That's Coach Martin's son. Yeah. And then when I went to my mother's school, which was Carthage High School, they were like, oh, that's Miss Martin's son. So that helped me out too. Yeah. I used to hide from the girls because I used to have multiple girlfriends. These are all true stories, by the way.
Something else, boy.
Name like Wisdom,
yes.
Man. God damn it. I wish my name was Wisdom.
I was just born, brother. It was my dad's name and his dad's name. Yeah. All I had to do was get here. So they were all educated. So they were big on, look, you got to get educated. Whatever it is you do, you got to get educated. And once I figured out I'm going to do this whole TV news thing, they said, that's great, but you got to go to school. Yeah. You got to go to Jackson State, because everybody in the family went to Jackson State. It was the best decision I ever made, because at the time, like I said, my mother, father, grandmother went there when it was like one building. And they talked about Jackson State like it was just this special place. And then when I had other friends who were older than me who went there too, and they would come back and tell me, man, when you get there, you're going to love it. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah. So my mind was already pretty much made up when I was in like 9th grade. I'm going to Jackson State. And then, there was this whole racial thing going on down there in the South as well. People saying, oh, that's the black school. You ain't gonna learn nothing there. You ain't gonna, you go to the other schools, the big schools, the predominantly white schools, because you're not gonna learn anything. No, I'm good. Yeah. It was good enough for my parents. I see how they turned out. And I see how there's a lot of people in the community that went there as well. A lot of educators. Yeah. So I said, that's where I'm going. When I was getting a little bit of love in basketball, Alcorn, that's the rival. Alcorn is the rival.
Was that Alcorn State?
Alcorn State. They tried to, they had some interest in me, and one of the other teachers went to Alcorn, and he was like, yeah, we're going to take you to Alcorn. You're going to go to Alcorn and play basketball. And I was thinking about it, and then my parents was like, we bleed blue around here. You ain't going to you're not going to no Alcorn. I was like,
Alcorn, HBCU
yeah,
as well?
yeah.
Okay.
They're in the SWAC too. They're in the SWAC too.
Okay.
They're in past Natchez, about an hour or so away from Jackson. Up on a country road, yeah. You go off and drive up, and then it's off in the wood, yeah.
You know, funny enough about that pride, that HBCU pride,
Yeah.
right? Because,
Yeah.
like, we all went to Morgan State.
Yeah, the Bears.
Yeah, we all
That's
Bears.
right.
We all
Yeah.
Bears. And both of my parents were Bears.
Yeah.
So in Baltimore, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, I saw an interesting stat that said that black students who graduated from HBCUs tend to do better
Right.
in the corporate world and in the work world.
Right.
Because of that confidence instilled in them
Right.
from that HBCU.
Right,
They
absolutely.
get a little bit more family environment.
Yes.
People care, they touch you a
Pride,
little bit more.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciated that because a lot of the relationships that I built at Jackson State, some of them were with the professors. Like I was friends with the professors after I left. Now think about that. These are people that are in control of your destiny, flunking you or passing you. And I'm friends with these people. Like when I left school, I would call back and say, hey, how y'all doing? You want to get together for lunch? And they were like, yeah, hey, Martin, yeah, come on over here. Let's go to Applebee's. Back then it was Applebee's. Let's go to Applebee's.
Right.
So that speaks volumes
Yeah,
to
man.
what we learn at these HBCUs and the relationships, the culture, the cultivating. A lot of people think when you go to an HBCU, it's going to be easy.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you just going to an HBCU, you're going to cruise. You're going to go party. Now, you can party, but you can party at any school.
That's right.
And you can flunk out at any school. If you don't do your work at any HBCU, they will put you out. It makes no mistake about it. And in fact, at Jackson State, they wouldn't even let you go in the girls' dorm past a certain hour. So you would hear all these stories when I was younger, all these stories about, oh, you go to Jackson State, you're gonna be doing all this crazy stuff and partying in the girls' dorm, and you get down there and they got the. If they caught you in the girls' dorm after a certain time, you got expelled, no questions asked. So they didn't play those games. They played no games when it came to that. At a certain hour, whether it was 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or whatever it was, you had to be out of the lobby of the girls' dorm.
So you've been an athlete playing at Jackson State. What are your thoughts on Deion Sanders' impact being there as a coach, in addition to the fact that he's had influence on other pro players like Deshaun Jackson, Michael Vick? These guys are now at HBCUs doing the same thing. What are your thoughts on that?
I loved it. When they first started talking about, because Deion wanted a job at Florida State, but they wouldn't give him the job because they said he didn't have a degree.
Yeah.
So when he started saying, I'm willing to coach, I had heard rumors about Jackson State. I was like, I got $5 on it. I got $5 to go to the salary, whatever. Because here's the thing, we know he's got money. I'm not counting his coins, but he's a famous guy. Yeah. He's been on TV broadcasting. He's been on TV with reality TV shows. He's a big deal, and he's primetime, coach primetime. He's gonna bring some eyes. So I say whatever we have to do to get him, and I know we couldn't pay him like he deserved to be paid, but I said whatever trinkets we could give him to get him to come and give him his first job, do it. Because when he shows up in somebody's room and you're 17 and Primetime walks in there and sits down from across from you, and you say, that's Primetime with the Nikes and the ring, Super Bowl rings.
Press the button.
Press that. Where do I sign?
Press the button.
Where do I sign? I wasn't playing. I was like 100 years old by then. Sign me up. I
Run through a wall for that.
Run through a wall for that dude, because I know he's Primetime and I know what he's capable of. Now, I didn't know he was going to win like he did, and I didn't know he was going to get those recruits. But I said it doesn't matter at that point, because I wanted the attention, the eyes on Jackson State and the entire conference, because we have the SWAC and we play limited amount outside of the SWAC. But I said I want that, and this will be good for us long term. So
how's the continuation been with the school since?
I think the continuation has been great, except for the only thing is now we don't get the top tier recruits. He had a special relationship because he got Travis Hunter. His son was a top tier.
So he was.
Yeah, and he got that. That's what he was about, and that's what he was able to bring to the table again, which brought attention to Jackson State, because they were like, people were like, well, why is Travis Hunter going to Jackson State? Why is Shador at Jackson State? Because
it was prime. It was a mix of shit in the bowl when Saban and them wasn't getting those athletes.
Right.
And, the top tier schools were not getting those athletes, and he was getting them.
Right.
And it was like, well, goddamn.
Right. It was like, what's going on here? What's going on here? So I think it was brilliant. Some people got mad when he left. I didn't, because it is what it is. Coaches come, they win, and they leave. And people were mad about culture, and I get it.
Right.
Again, it's prime time.
That's right.
The money that we gave him was like I don't even know if that was spending money for him.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So he got another opportunity. He took it. I was like, good for him.
Yeah.
We still good. We were in a better place. Thank you for the boost.
And you know what? The power of what he did was he showed other people that, okay, this is okay to do.
Right.
Because, you're going to have other guys, as you see, coming along and doing the same thing.
Right.
And I always feel like us as a black community, the black university is such a big part of our community.
Right.
We tend to export our greatest thing that we have, which is our talent, our athletic talent. We give it right to other communities.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I thought it was dope that you had some of that staying home.
Right.
And Dion being cognizant enough to say, no, we need to keep that home.
Right. Yeah. And I thought it was brilliant what he was doing. He was able to win. We didn't get the Celebration Bowl. We got it last year after he was gone. But still,
See?
yeah. So, but that's T.C. Taylor, who is the head coach now, was working with him when he was at Jackson State. So it all worked out. Everybody was happy. Then they were mad when he left. I said, yeah. Calm down. Calm down. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. We will be all right. He's going to be all right. So it's all good. So I love what he did, and we're seeing Michael Vick now do it. Like you said, Michael Vick.
Speaking of Michael Vick,
great. Yeah.
Speaking of Michael Vick,
let's segue to your book.
Yes.
Again, like I said, I mentioned earlier, this guy's an author too, man. On top of everything else,
2022.
pass interference.
Pass interference.
The history of black quarterbacks in the NFL.
Black quarterback in the NFL.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that.
So
what inspired you to write it?
Well, when I was everything goes back to when I was a child. My father and I used to sit down and watch these football games, and then one thing that we know, the glaring thing that was missing was the black quarterbacks. At the time, Doug Williams and Vince Evans were the only two. James Harris was already on the bench in San Diego at the time. So I was like, that's kind of odd. Doug Williams is this great quarterback, and then my dad explained to me what was going on, so I started paying attention. I started taking notes because in college it was different. College, you had all these black quarterbacks, but somehow they weren't getting to the pros. Right. And that somehow is race. Yes. It was about race. So I started digging all the way back in the past, went all the way back to the 50s. I interviewed George Telefero, who was one of the first black quarterbacks, black players actually in the NFL, who played quarterback in all positions, but he was a quarterback. And when I talked to him, he said, yeah, that's what it was. They did not want us to play that position because it was a position of power, position of authority, the face of the franchise, leadership. They did not want us to be in that spot. They didn't want us to have control of the team. They said that the fans would not appreciate us,
that
the other players would not listen to us. Yep. So that was the narrative that they created. But that was part of the larger picture in society.
I was just about to say,
it was a
military, because as you were talking, I'm thinking about military leadership.
Same thing. It was the same dynamic that they were pushing out. These people are not smart enough to lead. Nobody's going to follow them. They can't be leaders. So we don't want them to play quarterback.
Right.
Time goes on and through the 50s, the 60s, and I talked about this earlier today. Did y'all know that there was a time period when the Washington football team had an owner who did not want to integrate his football team?
Yeah, we wanted the last, if not the last franchise to integrate.
The last.
Yeah.
What?
The last franchise to integrate was the Washington, under George Preston Marshall, because he did not want to integrate. And that is one of the reasons that there are so many Dallas Cowboy fans in this town. Because of that. Because
you broke it down for me because I don't understand how you got so many people, Washingtonians being Dallas fans.
They were angry about George Preston Marshall not integrating that team and not wanting any black players.
Wow.
So eventually what happened is Kennedy, who was the president at the time, said that football stadium is on federal land. If you don't integrate that football team, you will not be able to play football there. Period. The end. Get it done.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's how. And he traded for Bobby Mitchell.
Yeah.
Okay. And Bobby Mitchell was the first. The legendary Bobby Mitchell was the first black football player on the Washington football team. So that's how they got integrated. The last ones to integrate. Yeah. Now, there was this whole thing. It wasn't written down anywhere. That the same time period that the Major League Baseball had segregation, they didn't want any black players. There was this unwritten rule that the NFL did the exact same thing for the exact same time period. So they didn't write it down anywhere, but the owners, some of the owners colluded, and then it was allegedly led by George Preston Marshall.
So this collusion thing that we've been seeing lately ain't new.
It's nothing new. It's not new. It's not new. It's not new.
So Wisdom, one.
Yeah.
I need the freaking book. You promised me a book.
I'm gonna get you. Okay.
Two.
Amazon has the book, by the way.
I don't want it from Amazon. Two.
All right.
I need that signature.
I got you.
I got that.
And three. I haven't I don't have the book, but I also know for a fact, because you're my guy, because we hit with it.
Yeah.
Warren Moon was my favorite black quarterback of all time.
Right.
And I do remember specifically at a young age, realizing there was a playoff game being played against the Buffalo Bills, and he was about to break the record.
Yeah.
And they put my man on the bench. And for Warren to say, I already got 400 yards, I'm cool with that. I wasn't cool with that.
Yeah. Well,
I wasn't cool with that.
Right. It's interesting that the whole Warren Moon thing was bizarre in the first place because, again, this goes back to he had the success in college, Rose Bowl, University of Washington.
Come on now.
He did his thing. And when it came time for the NFL to draft a quarterback, they didn't see him.
They passed on.
And that
So
was
like Shador,
huh? Yeah, same stuff.
Right.
It's so bizarre. The quarterback that was with Jerry Rice at Mississippi Valley, Willie Totten, was amazing. I watched this dude play. They actually said, some scout actually said, so they were good with Jerry Rice because he was catching the ball, right? Jerry Rice is amazing. We got to see this guy. But when they went to watch Willie Totten, the quarterback, and saw his stats, Willie Totten told me, he's in the book, he said that they actually, so one of those scouts, he didn't say which one of those scouts said, Mississippi Valley must not know how to keep stats because there's no way Willie Totten has all those numbers.
Wow.
There's no way. Now, he's throwing to Jerry Rice. So that's legit.
Legit.
But Willie Totten, the guy throwing the ball, that's not legit. Because,
Yeah.
So that just speaks to the whole thing with Warren Moon and Willie Totten and all of them.
Who do you think was the quarterback where the breakthrough started happening through? Like with the Avalanche, because the Avalanche is rolling now. Half the league is black quarterback.
Right. That's a tough question.
That's a great one, man.
That is a great question. Because Warren Moon was so good, but he was old by the time he got to the NFL, and he was still the man out there. He was still the man. So he was good. But from Doug Williams,
got to be Doug. For me, it's Doug.
But from Doug Williams winning that Super Bowl to Russell Wilson was a long time.
It was. It was. There was a
lot of people in between.
What about Randall?
Randall was great.
Yeah, Randall.
Never got any love. He got dogged. Yeah. But he wasn't the only one. But think about that. Doug Williams was 87.
Yep.
And then all the way to 2000 something, Russell Wilson. That's a long time. And Dan Dierdorf called that game it was on ABC that night. And I'll never forget, he said after Doug won the MVP, he said, I hope this puts to rest the myth about the black quarterback not being able to win.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
It didn't.
It didn't.
Because the statement was great,
Yeah.
and we thought it was going to be all gravy, but nope.
Nope.
The powers that be, huh?
Yeah.
So there's a quarterback in between that Russell Wilson era, and you actually covered that Super Bowl. Steve McNair.
Steve McNair was amazing. Amazing. Like from all aspects.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace, Steve. He was great. I covered him in college. I covered him in the pros. He was amazing.
Yeah.
Great arm. Jeff Fisher misused him in the first part of his career because he was, slowly easing him in. He misused him. He was still able to do his thing. But Steve McNair was tremendous.
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 And he tough as they come.
And he was tough.
Yeah.
He started getting banged up and injuries toward the end.
Right.
So that was an issue at the end. But before that, he was amazing. I think McNabb was amazing.
Oh yeah.
They didn't give him any love.
McNabb was dope.
Yeah, they just didn't show him any love, any respect.
To your point, misuse is a big word.
Misuse, yeah.
Because I feel like Lamar Jackson.
I was about to go there.
Oh my God.
Black quarterbacks who the team built the system around.
Hot take, Jose. What you got?
Yeah.
What's the hot
So
take?
all right. So look, I do gotta ask.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like older dudes tend to have what I call a nostalgia bias, right?
Right.
Whatever we grew up on,
Right.
tends to be what we really love and what we romanticize,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I run into so many dudes who say that Mike Vick was better than Lamar Jackson. Me personally, I'm a Ravens fan.
I'm saying
both.
Empirical facts are empirical facts.
Right.
Empirical. When you look statistically at Lamar Jackson versus Mike Vick, who I love, absolutely love Mike.
Love Mike.
But statistically, Lamar Jackson is on a whole nother planet.
Yeah.
But I think part of that is the fact that the Ravens built the team around him.
Yeah.
What do you think about those two quarterbacks in the comparison?
I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you because Lamar Jackson is amazing. I've seen some good quarterbacks, black quarterbacks play, and Patrick Mahomes is good, but the stuff that Lamar Jackson does is unreal. It's unreal.
So you saying it's nothing? It's no split second thought. It's
no, because and then I hear people trying to say, okay, well, he's not even top 5 or whatever. They put these other guys ahead of him, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Because
his numbers are you can't deny his numbers.
Cannot deny.
So yeah,
You cannot.
So
Bro.
yeah.
They deemed him he should be a wide receiver.
Yeah, or a running back or something.
Or a running back.
And that's why Harbaugh was always saying, not bad for a running back, not bad for a wide receiver. Yeah. So yeah.
And you know, I know when you watch him, it's like, man, he's going through the whole trajectory of what all of the historically what black quarterbacks have gone through.
Yep, he is.
And no matter what you do, it ain't enough.
Yep. So you just got to keep going. At the end of the day, you just got to keep going and keep doing your thing. That's what the black quarterbacks have been doing. Trying to pave a way.
So, and I know you got to get to this thing. So, by the way, today we are at this event. You probably could speak to it better than I can. All I know is that it's WPGC sponsored. They're doing some, as always, they usually do some of the dopest stuff here at the Art Campus anyway. So we got tons of folks out here, the kids out here, free food, music.
Yes.
And just them focusing on the culture in this community has been a focus for years in this area.
Right.
But before you go, brother, we got a few questions for you. Since you don't drink whiskey,
Nope.
we won't ask you whiskey questions.
Don't ask me no whiskey. I don't know nothing about it.
But I do want to know
No whiskey smoke. No whiskey smoke.
First of all, I'm gonna have to get on you about the fact that you're a Laker fan and MJ your favorite player all the time.
Yeah, that's weird.
You killing me right now.
I know.
I'm not mad at you.
I love Magic Johnson.
Come on.
I love Magic Johnson. The Lakers are my team. They always been my team.
Three of us Laker fans.
Yeah, I love the Lakers. You know,
He's a Sixers fan.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but you know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Skyhook,
Unstoppable.
Silk Wilkes.
So look, the question is, without thinking too hard, or not in any particular order, your top 5 all-time basketball players.
Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, not thinking.
Started rattling.
Steph Curry would be in there in no particular order.
Right.
That's, how many is that? 3?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Magic, Mike, Steph.
Yeah.
Don't help
Any big men?
I ain't gonna help him.
I'm trying to think of who would be my best big man. My best big man. Now, I didn't see Wilt play, so I'm not going to put it, and I didn't see Bill Russell.
Can't see him play.
I didn't see him play, so I'm not going to go there. So I'm going to say Akeem Olajuwon over Shaquille O'Neal. Over Shaquille
Hey, listen,
O'Neal.
ain't nobody mad at that.
I love Shaq, but Akeem Olajuwon, Dream Shake. Ooh.
Crazy.
And how many is that? That's 4. Ooh, I don't know. My 5th one. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna just say it's August 24th. That's all I'm gonna say.
Coach,
See, you said that. No help, brother.
you know what? I like Kobe, but I don't know if Kobe's gonna get in my top 5.
Okay,
I like
respect.
I don't know if I'm gonna.
I like that.
Bron?
Why are you helping him?
Bron might be in my top 5. Bron might be in my top 5.
Taking Kobe before Bron.
Yeah.
But look,
But I do now. I ain't got no problem with Kobe. You know what? You can't go wrong with either one.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
There's a Swiss answer we would.
Yeah, sit right in the middle. Stand right in the middle.
So is Kobe your number 5? Don't guys, cut it out. Is Kobe your 5?
Kobe is that? He's
just
not
said
my
Bron.
number 5.
He said.
I think I'm gonna do Bron. I think I'm gonna do LeBron.
You sure?
He's 6'8". I don't know how big he is, but he's all muscle and he's been playing for 100 years.
That's what I'm saying.
He can do everything.
He can do everything.
So no Dr. J.
No,
He named his 5, Brandon.
Y'all helped him.
You
though.
can't make
but-
his 5.
Right.
His 5.
But you know what? I like Dr. J when I was a kid, but Dr. J. I don't even know if Dr. J would be my top 15, honestly.
And it's real.
I'm about to leave.
And one
I like Iverson better than Doc.
There you go. So did I.
Okay.
Last
I've
question.
offended his Shaolin Temple.
The name is Beats, Bars, and Bourbon.
Yes.
So hip hop is at the core
Okay.
of who we are as well, man.
All right, okay.
Aside from whiskey,
Okay.
being a big part of it.
Uh-oh.
Top 5 hip hop artists or groups.
Notorious B.I.G.
Okay.
And this is gonna surprise you as well. LL Cool J.
That
ain't a surprise. Okay.
It's a go.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Rakim.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Probably Nas.
Woo! My God. All right,
And
back.
I'm gonna go outside the box on the last one. I'm gonna say Queen Latifah.
That's a first.
We do this
You
a
know he
lot.
was chasing the ladies.
We never got a lot.
You never got a Latifah? Give it to her, Queen.
Latifah, nice.
She is
Latifah
dope.
was dope.
She's dope.
She was a lyricist. She had the voice, the cadence.
Yeah.
She was dope.
Give
She
it
was
to her,
positive.
Queen.
She was positive.
The only thing about
Who you calling
Latifah, the
up?
only thing that you could give her a
Yeah.
knock on her resume
What's that?
is she was so talented she stopped rapping and
That's
started
true.
acting.
That was it.
That was
Yep.
it. That's
Yep.
all
Yep.
she was so fly that she had to do that.
Maybe that's why I like her so much, because I still watch her on TV.
So how about this one? This is a Beats, Bars, and Bourbon
Yeah.
extraordinaire. Alien comes down from Earth.
Yep.
He's right before you.
Yep.
speaking gibberish, but you understand it. Okay. Matter of fact, he even got on your favorite sneakers, your J's.
Okay.
I know that.
Gotcha. Okay. Not the number 12s. Right.
Take me to your dopest leader.
Ooh, wait, dopest leader, period?
No.
Listen.
Wait. Your dopest leader is that of a hip hop artist that would introduce you to all of hip hop.
So hip hop personified. Who would that be?
Oh my God.
And what album, if you can name it?
Yeah, what album too? What album?
Oh my God. Oh. Man, y'all stumped me on that one.
Come on, man. Come on.
Album and artist.
You've been killing it all day today.
Oh,
Come
man.
on. Don't let me down.
Let's see.
Your name is Wisdom.
Let's see.
Your name is Wisdom.
I'm just gonna go Notorious B.I.G. still, and I'm gonna go Ready to Die.
Ready to Die. Why not? It's one of the greatest.
That's it. Yeah. Biggie wasn't even around that long, but I just loved what he did in a short period of time.
Yeah,
he's my favorite.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Heartthrob never.
Huh? Black as ugly
Black
as ever.
ugly as ever. However, I stayed Gucci down to the socks.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got your dopest leader. That's what's up, man.
Man, we appreciate you, bro.
Thank y'all for having me.
Some time, man.
Absolutely.
Come rap with us.
Yeah.
And I can't wait till football season.
Me too. I'm excited.
Commander Nation in the building.
Jay Daniels in the house.
Jay
Go
Daniels.
Ravens, baby.
Raven
Lamar
Nation,
Jackson.
baby.
Let's
Raven
go.
Nation,
Ravens
baby.
versus Washington in the Super Bowl. Hell
Yes, we calling that.
Y'all know
that.
You know that's gonna be a Beach Bars and Bourbon extravaganza.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, before we go, Brother Steve hosts the Commanders watch parties here in the DC area
Metro
at Metro Bar with Arthur Wheeler Spirits, the Commanders official whiskey.
Yeah.
Me and Brother Osei will be doing the same thing in Baltimore with the Ravens, with host Super Bowl champion Michael McQuarrie, to be announced where.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we're
That's
that
cool.
part out. Yes, indeed.
That's cool. Thank y'all for having me, fellas. This was cool.
Hey, man,
Love it.
appreciate you
Love
coming
it.
through, baby.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh.